Hello, welcome back to the channel. Stop the presses. We've got a brand new synopsis for Godzilla vs. Kong. It's not actually for Godzilla vs. Kong. Thanks, Jasper. You alright there, mate? You just sneezing? Alright. Anyway, so it's not actually for Godzilla vs. Kong. Well, it kind of is, it kind of isn't. It's for the book. Do you not what are you doing? Do you not want me to talk about it? Why you got the sneezes? God's sake. We're like 40 seconds into the video and I'm right, anyway. So it's for Godzilla vs. Kong, the book, right? The official movie novelisation. And the new synopsis is interesting. I want to talk about it. It's not that much of an expansion, but it sort of begins to up the ante. And this was shared by Kaiju News Outlet. Good Twitter to follow, actually. And I want this to kind of coincide with an update on the HBO Max situation, because there's also some movement on that. I did a video yesterday which Legendary have basically come out all guns blazing and said, no, here's our compromise. June will release in theatres, and you can have Godzilla vs. Kong, but you've got to pay $250 million. And I think there's some movement on that, because Kaiju News Outlet also shared another piece of information, which we'll get on into in a second. But just so you know, I'm not kind of just wasting your time. I might be anyway, but who knows. Anyway, here's the summary. Oof, you can't even see that. It says, humanity's fight for its future. Humanity fights for its future as Godzilla and Kong embark on a path of destruction that will see the two most powerful forces of nature on the planet collide in all-out war. There you go. And there's like a placeholder, but it says not final cover, and it's really not that interesting either. It's literally, well, I mean, look at that. Godzilla vs. Kong. Not final cover. I should hope not. That is terrible. Although I do like, obviously, they've kept Godzilla's logo and Kong's logo completely different. I like that. That's kind of cool. But anyway, that's not too major. What can we learn from this summary? Synopsis? Because it's not even really a synopsis, is it? Let's be honest. It's just a key piece of information. I guess it's teasing the gravity of the situation, which we kind of saw in that like 2 seconds CCXP teaser thing. It's not even a teaser, is it? It was a snippet of footage. Yeah, it just ups the ante, which, like I said, we did kind of get. I will say this as well. Releasing on May 25th, 2021, $8.99. That is dirt cheap. That's great. For any Godzilla fan that wants to own this, that's fantastic. Super, super cheap. I'm really excited for this movie. I've got to say, I really, really am. The fact that it says, you know, the two most powerful forces of nature on the planet, isn't that interesting? Because if I look at Godzilla and I look at Kong, I'm looking at Kong and I'm like, well, what would he have done against the Mutos? Because they're saying they're the two most powerful forces of nature on the entire planet. Really? That is elevating Kong to, well, high standards. Really, really high. Because I'm thinking about like everything Godzilla's been up against up until this point, and I'm like, I don't think Kong would have won against King Ghidorah. Do you? I don't even think Kong definitely wouldn't have won against Rodan. Rodan would have just flown over him and he would have got blown away. Surely. He does the supersonic wave. And the fire. I mean, I just don't see that. But maybe that's also teasing, ladies and gents. This is where we just go off into wild fan theories, because to hell with it. Maybe that's also teasing the fact that Kong is supercharged somehow, which is an homage, obviously, to the original. Maybe. But there you go. I'm excited for this. I tell you what I'm most excited for, and I've got them down there, actually, which is the art and making of books. The one for Godzilla King of the Monsters was fantastic. And the one for Kong Skull Island is the best one out of the lot thus far. It's a beautiful book with some just astounding work in it. And I think they've got enough time to really refine them. So it'll be intriguing to see how that goes. But there you go. There's that bit. And then if we scroll up, we have a little bit of a scrolly scroll, ladies and gents. This is a bit of a relaxed video. It's Christmas Eve. We're going to be relaxed here today. If you want ultra quick, professional, it's probably not the channel for you on Christmas Eve. A bit more relaxed here. But anyway, we scroll up, right? And I was scrolling through all of this, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, Kaiju News Outlet, they always do their shares, and there's some pretty good stuff there, pretty good stuff, blah, blah, blah. All looks pretty good, you know, according to Deadline, Legendary is looking to receive around 250 million. So that's that piece of news I alluded to at the start of the video, which I also did yesterday. I gave you that information yesterday. Which actually makes perfect sense, that they would be looking for 250 million as a baseline, because that's what Netflix offered them, and that's what Warner Brothers blocked. Legendary was like, whoa, hold on a minute. Hold on, son. Have you just blocked us earning some money? I think not. So they're obviously looking for 250 million. And then I was scrolling up through here, right? I was scrolling up and I was like, so what else can I see? What other updates kind of alludes to further development on the HBO Legendary Warner Brothers you know, progression? See if there's any update on that. Oh yeah, you know, all fairly normal. Fairly normal. You know, there's Godzilla stores, which also looks absolutely fantastic. And then I spot this and I'm like, oh yeah, Kong Skull Island will be available on HBO Max starting in January 1st, 2021. Now, Warner Brothers handled the distribution for Kong Skull Island, but it also now, and that means Legendary still financed it, the majority of it anyway. And because this started as a joint production with Legendary and Universal, but then shifted to Warner Brothers afterwards. But it was a production by Legendary. And I look at this and I'm like, maybe there's some movement here then. Maybe there's some movement, because for it to go to HBO Max, it means that it's been taken off of Netflix, because it was on Netflix for a time. And I'm starting to think the cogs start turning. I do believe Legendary is coming to some arrangement, as in, hey, look guys, you can have the back catalogue of the Monsterverse. You can have Godzilla, you can have Kong, you can then have Godzilla King of the Monsters. You give us 250 million as well. There you go. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it? You build everyone's hype for Godzilla vs. Kong by releasing the older movies on HBO Max. A place where the Godzilla fans can then join in and stream movies together, right? And then you go, oh wait, hold up, we got the premiere for Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's jump on board. And so this, to me, just I could be way off the mark. This is just deduction, but it says to me that maybe there's some headway here. So there you go. Not much else to report. Just other companies reporting late on the whole news. But there you go, ladies and gents. A little bit of an update on the plot summary, and I believe some movement by Legendary and HBO Max on the deal with Godzilla vs. Kong. So let me know your thoughts down below. Guys, we're doing a live stream tonight. Festive live stream, 9 PM GMT. Tune in. Thanks so much for watching there, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. I've been Mr. H. Take care.